value bomb coming your way. What's going on? Listen, today we're going to talk about how to connect on LinkedIn, how to build a following on LinkedIn, and how to network on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people in my circle, within my following, that want to know how to use this platform because they see the potential, but they don't have the patience or the knowledge to go about making this something that works for them. So if you feel like this is compatible with what you do, you might want to stay tuned because you might learn something. We're going to cover the basics, but you definitely going to try to learn something. I hope. Let's get into it. If you guys are not familiar with who I am, first and foremost, let me break it down to you before we get into the video. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. Did I mention my name was Jeremiah Vegan? I'm your host that does the most. As you can see, this is the place where you need to be. I'm a personal brand consultant and influencer marketing strategist that specializes in helping brands develop their online following as well as convert and more sales. Today we got a goodie. Let's talk about LinkedIn. Alright, to give you a good understanding on what it is, I went ahead and Googled LinkedIn and just got a brief description on what it is, just in case you're under a rock. A LinkedIn is essentially a professional network where you can connect with professionals. Alright, so if you are a business to business type of person with a business to business, then you could use this platform. Okay, this is a great platform if you are a professional by any means, like a blogger, author, manager, consultant, president, CEO. You can find all of the professionals on LinkedIn most of the time. Okay, now it isn't the sexiest social media platform because a lot of people look at it as a place where you can post resumes and jobs and stuff like that. You can get jobs on this platform and that's what it's used for, but you can do so many things on this platform and a lot of people are making money using this platform. Don't forget, it's not the sexiest, but it still get traffic. That's what people don't fail to realize. They don't look at they looked at all of the things that everybody are hopping on, all of the trends. Everybody's on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, but nobody's even talking about Twitter as much anymore. But Twitter still gets traffic. LinkedIn still gets traffic. So let's talk about this. All right, we already know that it's a professional network, but how can you actually develop a following and how you connect with it? Let's get into it. All right, I'm gonna break it down for you. So I'm gonna bring you guys to my world. Okay, I just started a new LinkedIn profile because I changed my brand. I'm no longer in the position that I was before and I wanted to kind of start fresh, so I started it off fresh. 38 connections right now, and I'm working with a expert to build it up. So within the next 2 or 3 months, you're definitely going to see a huge growth with this profile or whatnot. But just to kind of give you an idea for the sake of this video, these are the connections right here. This is the platform. It kind of reminds me of Facebook, but it's not the same. Now, like I was telling you guys before, it isn't the sexiest platform that people use because Facebook, for example, which is the #1 social media platform in the world, it is viewed and it has a reputation for being a social media network. LinkedIn has a reputation of it being a professional network, but it's not the right amount of traffic for a lot of people and they don't understand how to use it. Okay, and they offer different memberships and stuff like that, so people find it confusing. I get a lot of people that find it confusing. I find it confusing, especially when you have something like Facebook where it's very easy to use compared to another platform like this that's not as easy to use. It could be a little bit frustrating for a lot of people and they get bored really quickly and our attention spans goes like that. So let's talk about LinkedIn as far as an overall presentation of LinkedIn. All right, it's not going to stick out to a lot of people for whatever reason, but you can do so many things. Okay, So I'm not going to dwell on that portion of it. Let's just talk about how you can actually get sales. So we're going to first talk about your profile, right? Now my profile is not a good example. All right, it's not a good example, but I'm going to give you a good example right after I explain this. So this is my profile, right? I have my banner, I have my color schemes, I have what I do, but there is no call to action. Alright, I have what I do here, which is good. Influencer marketing strategist and personal brand consultant. I help brands grow online, because a lot of people may not know what influencer marketing and strategist is. So I gave a brief synopsis on what I can do just to gain someone's interest. Okay, I don't think that's a total bad thing, right? I think that's pretty decent. Okay, now also if you scroll down, I got the bio. Hi, my name is Jeremiah Vegan. I'm a personal brand consultant as well as influencer marketing strategist. I provide solutions for you to grow online, for you to grow your online following and convert more sales. Right? That's the first thing that you want to pay attention to, right? You want to get people's attention when you're first, like within the first 2 sentences. Okay, within the first 2 sentences, you want to make sure that you get people's attention and give a brief synopsis on what it is that you do so you can gain their attention. You want to gain your audience attention. You want to build connections with your ideal audience. Don't just connect people just to be connected with people. Then if they want to know more, they'll simply go on show more. Alright, and then it lets you know more about what you do, and then you can forward them to whatever you want to forward them to. So make sure that you are gaining your audience's attention and you're straight to the point. You never want to put filler, and a lot of people overstuff their bios and overstuff what they do, and they're not straight to the point. You want to talk about the solutions versus the resolution, okay, if that makes sense. You want to talk about the end result. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant to say. You want to talk about the end result first and not the solution. You want to be a part of the solution, but you want to talk about the result first and gain people's attention. Alright, and you want to make sure that you optimize your profile. You don't want to leave too many things blank. They have a feature where you can just say it doesn't apply to you whenever you're filling out the profile. You can just simply say it doesn't apply to you. For example, if you don't have a job or something like that, you work for yourself, you can just simply press doesn't apply or something like that. Alright, you can put your skills, make sure you put your skills, and make sure you fill out the profile to as much as you possibly can with the necessary information that you're going to need to grow your LinkedIn profile. Alright, so let me go to a good example of a LinkedIn profile as far as getting sales and stuff like that, because you want to start by selling your profile before you even get to all of the networking and connections. Alright, so let's get into it. This is Star, right? I actually talked to this person before. Very nice lady. We are discussing if we can work together or not to build this brand. So let's see. Alright, now if you go on her profile, you automatically see her banner, right? That's the first thing you see. It has her name, it has what she is, a brand strategist, and look, she gives a brief synopsis on what she does in the banner. Okay, that's important. I help entrepreneurs get more clients on LinkedIn. Boom. Get started. And she has her email. That's a call to action. Okay, you want to have a call to action on your banner when you're using LinkedIn profiles. Okay, you can do the same thing for Facebook too, but you want to definitely do this for LinkedIn. You want to get people's attention, and you want to get people a call to action. You want to tell the customer what you want them to do. All right, so you want to get started, or you can even say your website, this can be your phone number, this can be whatever you need it to be, so you can automatically get that quick response. You may even want to test some things out. Maybe put a phone number there that's good for you, or you can maybe put an email, see if that works, or put a website and see if that works, and you can kind of test them out if you want to. Alright, so she has her name, she has what she does right here again, and she says the same thing that she says at the top. All right, I don't know if you don't have to do that, but you can definitely want to put what it is that you do in your profile as well. All right, I help entrepreneurs get more clients. So if you're a consultant, or if you write, if you're a consultant, you can say what you do at the top. If you are an author, you can say what you do, what you write about at the top. You want to give people a brief synopsis on what it is that you do. Okay. Then she has right here, are you an entrepreneur who is currently using LinkedIn to promote your business and get clients? So she's automatically get you with the attention grabber in the bio, optimizing it to the fullest potential. Okay. Are you generating a few number of clients from LinkedIn, but you want more? And boom, you can automatically click show more to see what it is. I help entrepreneurs get more clients on LinkedIn. Need help? Feel free to connect with me here on LinkedIn or email me. So she got her email, and guess what? She kept it short. Don't nobody want to read that long bio, okay? Nobody wants to read that long bio most of the time. So you want to remove the filler and get straight to the point, okay? So that's very important. Another thing that you can do, and I'm only telling you guys the stuff that works for me. There's other things that you can do on LinkedIn that I'm not going to explain to you guys just yet in this video, because I'm learning myself, and I want to make sure that you guys know what you can use. Like, I don't want to tell you guys I'm not familiar with it, and then you guys are going to attack me in the comment section, and then I lose my credibility, because you're like, no, that don't work like that. So I just want to keep what I know, and I'm going to tell you guys what I know and just go from there. All right, now what you can do is you can actually network with people on LinkedIn like this. I do the same thing for Facebook, and I tried it with this. I noticed that it worked. It can be time consuming the way that I do it, but there is ways that you can do it that, like I was telling you, I'm not as familiar with, but I will be familiar with soon, and I will do a video about it once I get more familiarity with it. All right, but this is what I do. All right, so you have to figure out what your ideal audience is. That's very important. If your audience is getting business owners, you want to find you obviously business owners. If your audience is to get more grants writing services, I'm starting to get a lot of people that want to promote their grant writing services, then you could obviously want to pursue maybe presidents or CEOs of nonprofit organizations or something like that, right? So you want to first find out what your target audience is. All right, let's do an example on what it is that we want to do. Okay, let's say we want to promote realtor services. We want to promote ourselves as a virtual assistant where we offer different services for realtors, right? So we want to target realtors. So what you can do is you can target realtors. Like I was telling you guys, LinkedIn is filled with professionals. So you can obviously type in any professional that you want to pursue. All right, so let's type in realtors and see what comes up. Okay, we can filter this out. We should be able to filter this out. You can filter it out, yeah. So you can filter it out by the location. We're in the United States, so we're gonna select that. I don't know what that means. You can filter it out with companies that you want to pursue, realtors that you want to pursue if they're working for a certain company. And you should be able to filter it out. You can filter it out by jobs for people that may be looking for a job in that field, by content, companies, groups, or schools. Now you can use groups and you can go by people. That's what I typically go with. Okay. So the first thing, it depends on what you want to do. If I want to get local realtors, if I want to target local realtors, then I simply would type in local realtors. I'll type in realtors, let's say Charlotte, right? Let's see what types in. Let's see what comes up. So I simply would just type in realtors and then the city and see who comes up and connect with people. Okay? I want to connect with them. I want to send that person a note, and I want to send them a message. Now this is important, okay? When you're sending a message to someone, you want to build a rapport and build value. Do not sell them. okay? Because they don't know you. You want to sell yourself. You want to build a rapport. All right. So one thing that you can do is you can approach them as if you're speaking to them personally. All right. So you can pre-write a message. You can maybe say, "Hey, how are you? Saw your profile. Saw that you do X, Y, and Z. Would like to learn more about what you do. Thanks in advance." Right? So it's something simple as that. You get now. Okay. They'll respond. They probably will respond because people like to talk about themselves, especially if they feel like they can gain leverage from it. So they're gonna respond back to you, right? Most 9 out of 10 are probably gonna respond to you. If they don't, you're gonna send it to multiple people anyway. All right. Now there is software and stuff like that you can use, but like I said, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about what I know. So you can send a pre-written message at building a rapport with them. Don't sell anything. Everybody wants to buy. No one wants to be sold to. So keep that in mind. That's one of my favorite statements. You want to send them a message, building a rapport with them, figuring out what it is that they're doing. Maybe some small talk. How's your day? Or what inspired you to get started? Oh, I see that you're in Florida. How's the weather in Florida? Blah blah blah. Building a rapport. You're gonna have to be. It kind of helps if you know a little bit about people skills. Okay, so the more outgoing you are, the better. All right. The same thing applies on social media. Same thing applies in the real world. If you know how to network and how to be outgoing in person, you can be outgoing online. It can be a lot more. It can be easier for you. Okay, so you want to build a rapport. Now, another thing that you can do is you can target groups. So we just went over connecting with people through the search engine that LinkedIn has, right? So we're going to build a connection that way. Do this method today and you're going to see more views. I promise you, you're going to see more views in your profile. So I go to realtors groups. I want to add myself to different groups. So let's type in groups. All right, let's look for groups, because right now we got to filter out with people. We're gonna put in groups and we're gonna look at members. Okay, now there's a small amount of members in here, so we're probably not going to look into any of these groups because it's a small number. But you can definitely look up groups to see who's active, what's getting the most engagement. I like to get in groups that have at least 1,000 members. That's just me. You can obviously get into these groups as well if you feel that need to, and you can also create your own groups. And long as you know how to get people into them, you can cause a lot of engagement. Okay, so that's one thing that you can do, and you can add yourself in different groups. You add yourself in different groups that have engagement, and you could make posts and you could give value in those groups. What's going to happen is people are going to start looking at you, and they're going to start going on your profile and stuff like that, and they're going to start requesting to be connected with you. You can build a rapport that way with people. That works. That's what I've done. Okay, one thing that you can do, very important, this works. You're going to connect yourself with your ideal audience. You're going to have several connections with your ideal audience. And then you want to post value, post content on your timeline. You want to make yourself an expert. You want to consider yourself an expert, okay? Now, you don't necessarily have to be a consultant or someone that offers some kind of service, but you can even use this if you are just someone that you can. Let me be honest. I only know benefits of using LinkedIn as a service provider because I offer different services for businesses. So that's all I know it as. As far as blogging and stuff like that, if your audience is on LinkedIn, you would need to do your research and figure out if your audience is on LinkedIn. If they're on LinkedIn, you can do this method. But what I'm about to tell you is listed for people who offer service providers, okay? So what you can do is you can post value, connect with people, and post value. Show people that you know what you're doing, okay? So if you are a writer, you can talk about how to write, how to do this with writing. You're giving value. You're helping someone in exchange for awareness, to spark curiosity on what it is that you do, and to show that you know what you're doing. If you know, if you're targeting roofer, if you're trying to get more roofing, right? More roofing customers. Talk about roofing, what it is that you do with roofing. Talk about the experiences that people may have had, and how you could how you overcame it or something like that. You can tell a story on what it is. You can make a video now. So you can do videos now on LinkedIn. So there's so many things that you can do, right? She's giving some inspiration. She's motivating people, right? And she's you know, she's doing that. This person is making a post on what it is that she's doing, you know, giving advice. She's like, right now it looks like she's trying to get people to opt into her live or something like that. So there's so many things that you can do. Make yourself an expert. You can use this with any formula on social media, but especially on LinkedIn. All right, you want to network, build a rapport, offer value. Okay, now we went over those two simple things. Optimize your profile, connect with people, and leave value. The two most important things, if you don't remember anything else that I say, is optimize your profile. Got something on my face. And leave value. Leave value. Connect with people, give value, build a rapport. You're going to start seeing more views, and people will start more interested. People becoming more interested in what it is that you do, especially if they're your ideal audience. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Dab. Wakanda forever.